you know you make me float. Boy, you really give me high. Ooh, I feel like I'm on dope. 'Cause you.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in today's video I'm gonna be doing a story time about the time this girl lied and said that I bullied her when that was not the case. So let's get into this video. So this all started when I was in cosmetology school, and if y'all don't know, I had went back to cosmetology school in 2021 and I graduated in 2022. Okay, so during that time in my cosmetology school, I went to Aveda, and they have this thing called phases, and there's 5 phases, right? So within the phases, the first 2 is all like education, okay? It's just education in the sense of like it's just bookwork. But then the last 3 phases, you're gonna actually be doing clientele and, you know, getting physical, okay? So anyways, this was during the first 2 phases. I don't really remember if it was our first phase or our second phase. I feel like it was like towards the end of the first phase, close to the second phase, because I just remember we was in a classroom, okay? So with that being said, it was this white girl that I was really cool with, and for this story time, we're gonna call her Alicia. So me and Alicia, like I said, we was cool, and we would always talk and key, okay? Like we was real cool. So anyways, we over here doing work on our mannequin, right? And Alicia is just casually telling me and our classmate how she about to get her hair done by our other classmate, right? So anyways, I'm like, okay, bro, like who gonna do your hair? Like what you got to get done? Mind you, Alicia, like I said, is white, and she always wore her hair in a fire red, like Ariel, okay? So anyways, this girl gonna say, oh yeah, I'm about to get some knotless braids. So I immediately look at her like, what? Because in my head I'm like, is she trying to like be funny or is she serious? So then I was like, for real? And she was like, yeah. So then I was like, oh, okay. So in my head I'm like, what the heck? Like, And one thing I always tell people about myself is you can do what you want with your life, but I don't play about certain parts of my culture, and braids is one of those things, because girl, white people was not wearing these type of braids and stuff like that in the Viking days. They love to say, oh, white people be wearing braids, this and the third. Baby, it wasn't these type of braids, okay? So anyways, I immediately told her, I said, well, if you choose to get them braids, I said, respectfully, I'm going to keep my distance, because, you know, there's just certain parts of my culture that, like I said, I don't play about. And braids is one of those things. And I was just like, you know, personally, I would feel uncomfortable. I said, you know, and I'm not going to treat you rude. I'm not going to treat you mean. I ain't going to do none of that. I'm going to still be nice to you. I said, but I'm not going to be as expressive, all up in your face like I usually am if you do decide to get this hairstyle. And I said, once you take it out, it's no problem. Like, girl, whatever. We can go on about our lives. But I said, you know, if you do get this style, you're not gonna hear from me. So then our other classmate was like, you know, I don't see the issue. And I was just like, well, of course, you're white. You of course wouldn't see why, to me, getting knotless braids is an issue on a non-black person. So anyways, she was like, you really, like, you know, is not rocking with it? And I said, well, yes, I'm so serious. Like, I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it. So anyways, like, it became this whole big thing, right? Because we ended up, like, stepping out the classroom to talk about it. And I had told her, I said, you know, I'm not saying you can't get the style, because I never say you couldn't get it. I just said that I'm going to keep my distance, and you can go about your day, and I'm going to go about my day, okay? So anyways, this girl is going to go around and tell the whole school that I was bullying her. Mind you, before she even went and told the whole school that I was bullying her, she literally asked all the other black women in our class if it was okay, and they said it was cool. And so in my head, I'm thinking, okay, well, if I'm the only black person that said that they uncomfortable by it and whatnot, why the freak you asking me? You asking the wrong person, Bookie. Why are you asking me? I don't care. Like, you already done got your, you know, approval. What you asking me for? So anyway, like I said, fast forward, she started telling everybody that I was bullying her, being mean to her. And it was starting to get to the point where girls in other phases was trying to call themselves checking me, like, and stuff like that. Like, they would come to the class and be like, why are you trying to, you know, this, that, and the third? Like, what's your problem? Like, this. And I would tell them straight up, just the way I'm telling y'all. I said, you know, there's certain parts of my culture I don't play about, and that's one of them. And I was just like, you know, you don't gotta agree with me. I don't really care. Like, that's your business. If you cool with that, that's your business, but I don't have to be cool with that, right? So anyways, it was even girls in our class acting funny. Like, I remember at the end of the night, we always had to line up to clock out of school, because I know that sounds crazy, like, y'all was clocking out. Yes, in cosmetology school, it's not like regular college, like, you gotta clock in your hours, okay? Like, it's not like college where you can miss like a week or two and you might be cool. Nah, if you miss a week or two, your graduation date is pushed back by a week or two. So you gotta be at school, you gotta clock in every hour, okay? So at the end of the night, we had to clock out, right? So anyways, I remember I asked a few of my classmates, like, you know, can I get in line with you, whatever? Like, this day done blew me. And I remember one of the girls tried to call herself mugging me and was just like, I don't want you by me after you done did what you done did to Alicia. I said, I ain't do nothing to Alicia, but okay, I don't really care. Like, that's your business. So anyway, like I said, people started treating me funny, and I didn't really care, because I'm like, how y'all pressed that I just told the girl that I was gonna keep my distance if she got the hairstyle? I ain't saying nothing off the walls, in my opinion, okay? So anyways, like I said, it was getting to the point where teachers was over here pulling me to the side and was like, I mean, like, what's the issue? Like, I don't see an issue. And I'm like, girl, that's your business. Like, and it was crazy because I even had white teachers pulling me to the side, and I remember thinking, baby, this is not the conversation that you should be having. Who are you to tell me what I can and can't be upset about when it comes to my culture? And it's crazy because, like I said, I'd have had so many people be like, oh, you're trippy, you're doing the most. And I was like, I don't care. So like I said, I kept my distance, and she ended up getting a style. And I remember, like I said, one day, like, my classmates finally kind of got over the mess. And I remember we were just talking about it, and it was like, you know, you're not even that type of person. And, you know, I had to just get to know you more to realize, you know, she was lying on you this whole time. And, you know, I do want to apologize. I only had one classmate, y'all, apologize to me out of all the people who tried to call themselves checking me over that mess. And I still think it's crazy to this day that she had lied and spun some weird story just because out of all the other black people, I was the only one who was not rocking with her getting braids. Like, and I stood on what I meant, and because I mean that. Like, I don't play that. Like, I remember one time on Instagram, this Mexican girl that I used to go to high school with got mad at me because, I don't know if y'all be on TikTok, but there's a trend that used to go viral where it used to be like, this is for the strictly for the. So with that being said, they would post different stuff from black culture, like different hairstyles, grills, outfits, whatever, like different cultural stuff connected to African Americans. And like, all I said was, I love being black. And I remember I posted that TikTok on my Instagram stories. Do y'all know this girl sent me a whole long paragraph cussing me out mad? I was like, girl, why are you mad? Like, I didn't even say, nobody said you couldn't wear the braids. Like, I'm just saying this is for the people that look like me. Why are you pressed? Like, it's always crazy to me that non-black people be wanting to participate in the culture, but then when it's certain aspects of the culture, like, hey, can you respect that? Like, when black people are saying, hey, can you, like, chill on that? They blow up. They get upset. Like, babes, you're tripped. But yeah, that was my story time. I really thought that was crazy. And I was like, let me tell my YouTube channel about the time that this little white girl really thought she was going to have me messed up. Like, girl, clock that. Get out of here. Because still to this day, I just think it's so funny that she sat up here and lied. Like, it's crazy because, granted, before this experience, I had never went to any schools that were mixed. All my schools were predominantly black. So I never had nothing like this happen to me. And some people might say that she was being like microaggressive or whatever. I don't even know what to call it. But what I do know is that she knew not to do it again now. So yeah. But with that being said, I hope y'all liked the video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and come back for more. Bye.